Okay, here we are in your account. I'm going to go down to right here. You can dominate 52 opt-ins. All right, so the first thing I noticed is I don't know how or why this happens or how you manage to do this, but I never see this little red dotted line when I'm creating emails, and everything looks like really spaced out as far as like kind of odd. So that red line, I don't know why it's there, but when I click on source, I mean, man, this just looks a mess. I don't know how you created this email, but man, looking at this source, all I can say is, man, just start over. And I'm going to show you what I would do. First of all, I would never have two picks before I started my subject unless I put something on top that says, hey, I've got something to tell you below these picks or something, because it's kind of confusing just to have two picks. You're assuming that your prospects or your leads are going to have the wherewithal just to start scrolling for no reason, that there's a message below. I would rethink that strategy, and I would make sure that if you're going to put images on here, that you upload those images to your back office. And you do that by copying the image with a snipping tool, saving it to your desktop, then clicking on the pick icon, click on Browse Server, click on My Library, and then click on Upload, and then Browse, and then upload the selected file. And so that's what I did for your picks, just to show you what I would suggest that you doing. I would get a better copy of these picks. These look like really bad copies. I mean, if you copy that right from your Gmail, it should look crystal clear, not faint and distant. So I would, at the very least, try to get better copies of what you're using here for your picks. All right, so let's start here, and I'm going to grab your whole copy right here. Here's the whole body of your email. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Notepad because I want to get rid of all of this really, really bad coding that I'm seeing on your page. So there I did. I've got an idea for the whole Connect Me thing. You're going to like this, I think, a lot better. Okay, so let me show you. First of all, here's your letter. Greetings, Rockstar. I'm going to put a space. Get rid of that space here. Get rid of a space there. Get rid of a space there. Get rid of two spaces there. Okay, now, and again, I'm in Notepad because Notepad's like the only thing that gets rid of all the garbage. So I've copied this. So now I've got your exact email copied. And I'm going to go over to my account. And I'm going to start over. I'm going to click on Add Campaign. I'm going to call this March Test number 3. And I would really think about redoing that subject line that you've got. I'll add that subject line in just a second. I always like to put something in there and I come back to it. All right, so I'm going to click on View, Edit. And if you remember, I copied right there. Now, see how much cleaner that source is already? Okay, so now I've got your message on there, right? And then, just to keep up with your example, to show you, I uploaded those two pics that you're using to my system. I made a copy of those pics, so they're going to look bad here too. But I'm going to click on Browse Server. Okay, there was the first one. I'm going to drop that size down to about 500. Okay, and then put my cursor right there. Now I'm going to go grab that other pic. So if you're putting pics on your email in any other way, maybe that's what's causing the issue. I don't know, but I'm going to put 500 for here. Okay, so now I've got both your pics just like you got them. Okay, so I've got to add that. I grabbed this earlier off your page. Okay. and I'll put the link, paste, put OK. Now, by the way, if you're linking to a page in your marketing system, I mean, another way to do this is just take this text right here and paste it right here, and then find that page inside your drop-down menu, and then click Add, and it'll do the exact same thing. It's just the better way to do it. But I suppose there's nothing wrong with the way you did it here. It's just not going to be very friendly if you're going to be, sharing funnels in the future. You're going to want to be doing it the other way. Okay, so I grabbed your pic earlier too, and I'm going to upload that right there. Okay, and then I'm going to click OK. And then what I'm going to do is and you're going to grab your Facebook. Telling someone to connect with you and you got 5, 6 different things, I just think it's like overwhelming. I mean, to me, this is a lot better. And that might be causing your spam issue with us too. I mean, I don't know if that was it, but that's definitely was causing some weird stuff to come up on my screen as far as that red line. I would just go like this. Click my pic to connect. And then maybe have it go to the photo page of your Facebook. So just click on your pic like that, then click the link icon, and then paste your Facebook right there. Okay, so now I've created your email nice and clean from scratch. The source code looks nice and clean, but this is the way you need to create each email, okay? From scratch, nice and fresh. Oh yeah, subject line. Let me get that. Again, I would really rethink this subject line. Okay, so I'm going to save my changes. And until I did all the things I just showed you, it did keep going into my spam. So I'm going to send this now. I'm waiting for the new one to come in. There it is, inbox. Okay, so double click on this just to show it to you. Like I said, I would rethink the whole 2 big, huge pictures on top of your email. But look at that, a nice, clean looking text here. See how nice and clean that looks? And then they can click here and go to your page. All right, and then click my pic to connect. To me, Renee, that's a lot more personable. So I'm just going to click on your pic, and obviously that would be your Facebook page. So I would start over with however you created it and create your email exactly like I just showed you. Every step, and that's going to clean up your source code issues and hopefully get that into the inbox for you.